blocks, if you don't mind, up beside you. We'll be using them in a wee minute or two. Near, your shoulder area on either side. That's it. And then just have your knee pad to one side. You'll be needing that when you come to your knees. So find your way all the way down onto your backs. Placing your right hand on your belly and your left hand on your heart. And I forgot to turn on the heat. Too busy talking.
Do you want the blue ones?
Not necessarily. No. Not necessarily. So we've got our hand on our belly and our heart so that we can connect to our breath, connecting to the ebb and flow, the comings and goings. Now we have to try and forget about all the conversations and our routines, trying to find a little bit of clarity in that space between our two ears. And sometimes that's more challenging to do than putting your leg behind your head. So to assist doing that, just breathe. Following your breath in and following your breath out. Breathing in, perhaps for a count of 5. And breathing out for a count of 5. With our hands placing on our heart and our belly, we're also making that connection. A connection to our breath. Feeling our expansion as we inhale and contraction as we exhale. One more round, breathing in, filling up your lungs, expanding your ribs, expanding your belly, and then on the exhale, slowly releasing from the belly, the ribs, and the chest. And then placing your hands by your side, take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, reach your fingertips, leading by your thumbs, all the way up to the ceiling, over the head, and reach them to the back of the room. Working your thumbs in the direction of the floor, fully extend your fingers, and then extend your toes in opposite directions. Full lateral stretch. Take a deep breath in here, lengthen your whole body, and on the exhale, just relax. Arms are still extended. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, extend your right arm and right leg far away from each other as they can go, relaxing your left side. Breathe in, hold the stretch, and on the exhale, release. Take a deep breath in here. And on the exhale, extend the left fingertips, the left toes, as far away from one another as they can reach. Breathe in, hold the stretch, and on the exhale, release. Inhale, both hands, both feet. Exhale, stretch, extend. Inhale, hold the stretch. And on the exhale, bring your arms and your hands up to the ceiling and down by your sides. Engage your belly on the breath in. And on the exhale, slide your heels up towards your sit bones. Now reach and grab your 2 cork blocks. So at home, perhaps you have 2 heavy books, or maybe you have your blocks at home, or 2 big cans of beans. So we're going to place these blocks on the palms of our hands. And if you just look up at me for a second, my elbows are bent, and I have my triceps and my arms really press against two sides of my body. The blocks are balancing on the palms of my hands, and then all I'm going to do is push the blocks up towards the ceiling. So now my wrists are in line with my shoulders. I'm going to bend my elbows, keeping that form, bending my elbows so that the inside of my arms rub against my side ribs, my side torso. Bringing the elbows back down to the floor. And then we're going to push them straight back up again. Wrist in line with shoulders, and then bend, bringing them back down. Okay, 3 more just like that. Inhale as you push them up. Exhale as you bring them down. Nice and slow. Inhale, push them away. Exhale, bring them down. Last time. Inhale, push them up. Exhale, bring them down. So these are the arms that you use when we're doing our yoga press up, when we're on our half plank position. Now we're going to take the blocks up to the ceiling, and we're going to take them out wide. Okay, like a V shape. Then we're going to bend our elbows down to the floor, and our triceps are pointed up towards the ceiling, our triceps. Okay, so this is a traditional press up. And then push the blocks back up to the ceiling, bend the elbows and bring them back down. So your inner arms are nowhere near your torso. Breathe in, push them up. Breathe out, bring them down. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Bring them down. Last time. Breathe in, push them up. Exhale, bring them down. Good. And take your blocks and place them either side of your mat, just down by your hips. And then bring your head and your shoulders back down. Breathe in. We're going to bring our front ribs towards our back ribs. We're going to draw the navel in a lot. Arms are down by your sides. We're going to exhale and tuck the chin in and lift our head and the shoulders away from the floor. And then lift the arms as if we want to stretch the arms towards the front of the mat. Inhale, hold it there. Squeeze the belly in a lot. And on the exhale, release the head and the shoulders back down. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lift. Head lifts first, and then the shoulders. Reach the arms. Squeeze, breathe in. Exhale, lower. A few more just like that. Inhale, head is on the floor. Exhale, lift the head. Lift the shoulders. Reach the arms. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lower. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale, reach. Inhale, hold. Exhale, release. Last time. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lift. Inhale, hold, and exhale, take the hands behind your head. Interlace your hands behind your head, elbows are out wide, and we're going to pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release all the way back down, stretch the arms behind, just like you did, and then we're going to roll over to your right side. So bring the knees together, roll to your right, left hand is on the floor in front of your heart, and then push the floor away. Good. Now we're coming up into a seated cross-leg position. Choices are to have the legs crossed or to have the legs straight. And you can either sit on a block or without a block. So sitting up tall, the most important element of the sitting position is the spine. We want the spine to be nice and long and straight as opposed to having this round effect. So from here, we're going to reach the fingertips away from our body, touching the floor. We're going to rotate the palms up to the ceiling, and we're going to float our arms up through muddy waters. And when we get towards the ceiling, if you can add a little lift of the gaze up towards the ceiling. Inhale, reach the fingertips up, and on the exhale, turn the palms away and float your arms through muddy water as you bring them down by your sides again. Good, we're going to do it 3 more times. Inhale, rotate the palms, float them up, and on the exhale, float them all the way down. Good. Try not to bring too much tension into the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. Keep sitting up tall, engaging your center. Good. Inhale, last time. And on the exhale, we're going to bend our elbows and move into cactus arms or goalpost arms. That's it. Now we're going to bring our elbows back, lift our chest, lift our gaze, look up, breathe it in, seated cat-cow. And on the exhale, we bring our heart back towards our spine, bring our elbows and our forearms together. Take the chin into the chest, rounding your back. Inhale, open the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, round. Elbows, forearms, chin. Tucking in the tailbone. Inhale, lift the tailbone, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, round. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. Coming back to a neutral position, we're going to rotate the torso and rotate our arms, reaching the fingertips to the floor, rotate it round to the right. So now your left hand is in front and your right hand is behind. Inhale, sit up tall, and on the exhale, release through center, all the way over to the other side. Inhale, hold the twist. Exhale, hold the twist. Inhale, and exhale, rotate through center. Moving your arms front and back. Left hand in front, right hand behind. Inhale. Exhale, hold. Inhale, hold. And on the exhale, last time, all the way around to your left. Right hand in front, left hand behind. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale. Inhale, hold. And on the exhale, back to center. Rest your hands on your thighs and bring your chin into your chest. Stretching the back of the neck. Relax your shoulders. And then lift your nose to the ceiling. Stretching the front of your neck. And back to center. Drop your right earlobe to your right shoulder. And if you want to stretch that left arm away, just to intense the stretch. Inhale. Exhale, back to center, other side. That's it. And change. Right arm extends. Sitting up tall. One more breath. Inhale. And on the exhale, back to center. Now we're going to scoot the legs round, bring our knee pads to your mat, and come onto our hands and knees. So tabletop position is where we stack shoulders, stack our hips, and have our knees on our extra little bit of cushioning. So if you're practicing this at home, you can have a blanket or a towel on top of your mat, or if you have knee pads. So once we get into position, we want to spread our hands wide. The middle fingers on both hands are facing the front of your mat. I forgot to put on the sound system. Too busy talking. So crown of the head is aligned with the tailbone. We're going to drop the belly button down for our cat-cow. We're going to keep those arms straight. So we're going to anchor those hands into the floor, push the floor away, open the chest, and then exhale round. Chin comes in to meet our tailbone. Keep going just like that. Inhale. Dropping the belly button down, head up, tailbone up. Exhale round. Taking the chin in to meet the tailbone. Three more, just like that. Breathing in and breathing out. And last one, coming back to the neutral tabletop position. We're going to place our right hand behind our head. We're going to place the hand into the head into the hand. And then we're going to open that elbow, the right elbow, up towards the ceiling, rotating round to your right. Trying to keep your hips square so you're not lifting into that right hip. And then release that right hand and look up towards your thumb. Inhale, hold it there. And on the exhale, thread that right hand through the left. But we're not going to lower all the way down. We're going to reach that left hand across and then bring it back up to the ceiling. And three more just like that. Inhale as you lift. Exhale, thread. Keeping that left arm straight. Inhale, lift. Exhale, thread. One more. Inhale, lift. And exhale, thread. Place the right hand down and change sides. Taking the left hand behind your head, press the hand into the head into the hand, and then lift the elbow, So the emphasis on rotation of the torso, and then release the hand to the ceiling, looking in the direction of your thumb. Inhale, exhale, thread. Taking your time, full in breath, reaching up. Exhale, slow exhale out as you thread. Engaging your core, engaging your center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, thread. Last time. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, thread. Placing your hand back down. We're going to take the knees a little bit wider than our hips and taking a little break from our hands. We're going to sit back onto our heels. Reach your arms out in front, and you can either rest your head on a block or all the way to the mat. For a child's pose. Take a breath in here, and I want you to flex your fingers up towards the ceiling. And then on the exhale, bring your hands to the mat and lift your wrists away, coming into a dome shape of your two hands. Inhale, plant the hands onto the mat. Exhale, lift your fingertips, so flexing your hands. Inhale, drop the hands to the mat, and on the exhale, lift your wrists, coming onto your fingertips. Inhale, drop your hands, and rock your body up to tabletop position. We're going to take these hands beyond our shoulders, and from here we're going to rock the torso forward. So we're stacking again the shoulders above the wrists. Now try, if you can, not to collapse this pelvic area, this torso. We want to really activate the core, super strong, really sucking that belly in, and we're going to, like we did, lift the blocks to the ceiling. We're going to bend those elbows, pointing the points of the elbows to the back of your mat. Only a micro bend, and then push the floor away. 3 more. Bend and push. Good. 2, bend and push, and then bend. So just come back for a wee second. So Maria, we just tuck the hands beyond the shoulders, so that when you are in tabletop position, your hands are underneath your shoulders. Then when we step up with the hands, they're now beyond the shoulders, and then you rock the torso forward, okay, coming into that half plank position, okay? So from here, come back into your half plank position. We're going to lower onto our forearms, half stick position, and then we're going to lower onto our bellies. We're going to lower onto our bellies. Now, currently our knee pads are underneath the knees. If you want to just come onto your right hip and slide this knee pad up so that it is now underneath your pelvis. Underneath your pelvis. That's it. And then extend your arms out in front, lowering your forehead on the mat. So if you find you've come off your mat, just scoot your bum back and take your knee pad with you like I have. And then extend the arms all the way at the front. Now I'm going to lift my head so that you can all hear me. But I want you to keep your forehead onto the mat. The engagement here is strict when it comes to lifting legs and arms away from the floor. We want to ensure that before we lift anything, we tuck in our tailbone, draw the navel in, squeeze the tush together, like you want nothing to escape, and then we're going to lift the right arm away from the floor. And then if we have the mobility, we lift the left leg away from the floor. So it's the right arm and left leg, opposite sides. Hold it there, squeeze everything, and on the exhale, lower. Lower, lower, lower on the exhale. Now just give a little shake of the tush, releasing everything in your center, in your pelvic area. And then come back to center, engage, draw the navel in, tuck in the tailbone, squeeze the tush, and then on the exhale, lift your left arm and right leg, or just do one at a time, whatever feels good for you. Inhale, squeeze everything, keep it lifted, and on the exhale, lower. Now we're going to do both arms, both legs, but if that's too much, you repeat just doing one leg, one arm at a time. Before we lift, we're going to engage. So breathe in, draw the navel in, tuck in the tailbone, squeeze the tush, and on the exhale, we're going to lift both legs, both arms, or just doing one at a time. And this time we're going to lift our gaze, full Superman pose, squeeze, 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 breathe in, and on the exhale, take the hands, one on top of the other, elbows out wide, and drop the forehead onto the mat. Keep the legs lifted, legs stay lifted, and we're going to take our legs for a little swim. So we're going to kick our legs up and down, or maybe like a little baby tantrum, for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and release. Well done. And then we're going to shake the t-shirt from side to side. More tantrums, please. An adult tantrum. Shake, shake, shake. Good. Now, we're going to come up onto our knees. So I want you to extend that left arm. Okay. Take the right hand beside your chest. Push into the floor with the right hand coming onto your left hip. Now slide that left knee up, and then push into the floor with your right hand. It's just a safe way to come up. Okay, good. And then we're going to use our knee pads again and come onto our knees. Come onto our knees. Into our kneeling position. Did anybody watch I'm a Celebrity? Get me out of here?
Yes.
We're
I'm just
doing
thinking about Boy George.
Rotary yoga.
Yeah. They did one of those positions to end them up.
But the explanations, I never heard of those explanations. They described them in English, not in Sanskrit. And this was called peacock or something pose. I was like, no, it isn't. All of them did
Well, you
not.
want them to see though.
Yeah, to see. But
Everything
the names
I
didn't
yeah.
represent what they really
It
were.
was
I was
very,
like,
very funny. It
very
really
funny,
was.
but very confusing. I was like, oh, that's not right. Do it right.
It's on my other, it's not, it's going to get more
That's
from Boy George.
That's true. But I also didn't get all his meditation and all his humming, and then he was the one who was behind everybody. Was like,
Oh,
hello, come on.
character, right?
Yeah, total contradiction. Anyway, sorry. Back to the right foot. So we're lifting that right foot up to a 90-degree angle. You're going to need your cork blocks. So take them either side of your right foot. That's it. Good. So you have an option here. You can stay with the 2 right angles of the legs, or if you want to take a little bit more of a stretch into the pelvic and the hip flexors, you're going to take the right foot beyond your right knee, and then once you're with the foot beyond the knee, you bring your hips forward. So bringing the knee above the right ankle again, okay? So if you were here, the stretch will be in the Achilles more than into the hip flexor. So you want to bring the knee above the ankle so that the stretch is predominantly in this area here and not into the feet. There is no harm in doing the Achilles, but not if you are doing it for any length of time. It would eventually hurt you. So we're here in our low lunge position, and we're going to release these arms up to the ceiling for 3 big circles, for 2 really grind into that right big toe, and 1 lift. Good. And then we're going to take, we're going to open up into cactus arms again. We're going to lift our heart like we did in a seated position, and then close round our back. So the heart comes in, and you're really pushing into the floor with that right foot. Then you open up into cactus again. We're going to reach the arms up to the ceiling, and we're going to rotate round to your right. Left hand comes to the outside edge of your right knee. The right hand just goes down towards the floor, bringing that right shoulder back. Inhale, hold the twist, and on the exhale, just release, coming back to neutral. Then you're going to take that left hand to your left block, and you're going to open up the right hand to the ceiling. Now, everybody's going to be different here. Maybe you don't feel enough opening with the block on the high side. Perhaps turn the block to the mid side to see if you can have a little bit more of rotation. Or turn it to the flat, or without. So these are options. Rotating round to the right. Beautiful. Good, good, good. 1 more breath. Inhale. And on the exhale, drop that right hand, bring it down to your right block. Good, so you're staying low in your low lunge. Then you're going to take your blocks with you, keeping that right heel glued to the mat as you come into your half split. Flexing that right foot. Again, you may need to change your blocks height so that you can deepen your stretch. Everybody's different, so listen to your body. Breathe in. Flexing the foot to really stretch the back of the heel, the calf, the knee, the hamstring. Yeah, and breathe. One more. Deep breath in. And on the exhale, we're going to lift that right foot like we did last week, and this time we're going to bring it through and bring the knee to your knee pad. Well done. Release your hands up. Then we're going to step up with the left, taking your time because then it's a big adjustment. So we're going to start off with that 90-90 just to see how you feel here. Perhaps this is enough for you. If you want, you can stay here or a little bit deeper, taking that left foot beyond your left knee and then bringing your hips forward, sinking into your hips, taking your blocks with you, and then we're going to circle those arms. Bringing it up to the ceiling, so you have to work that left foot. Engage your core, so you're helping maintain that balance. And one more time, opening up into cactus. Opening up, lifting the chest, and if you can this time, lift your gaze a little bit more into the balance. And then on the exhale, round your back, bring your heart back to your spine, close the book, and then open it again. And you're going to twist round to the left. So the right hand goes to the outside edge of your left knee. Right hand, so it's a twist. And then the left hand just goes behind towards the floor, that's it. Looking if you can, round to your left. Beautiful. Inhale deeply. And on exhale, slowly rotate back to neutral. Placing your right hand on the block. And opening again to the left. So you're lifting that left arm up towards the ceiling into your little twist. Again, you may need to alter the height of your block. Slow breath in. Slow breath out. One more. Inhale. And on the exhale, take that left hand down to your left block. If you are on the low block, maybe change to the high. And then bring your blocks with you as you bring your hips back. Peeling the left toes away. Flexing the left foot. Maybe you need to adjust that leg. Lift the heart. Hold in here. Try not to tense the body. We're stretching the big muscles in the backs of the legs and all the way into the heel and the foot. That's it. Beautiful. Breathe. Slow and steady. Keep engaging your core. Don't let the front body go because it helps maintain the hold. Last breath in. And on the exhale, we're going for that little lift of the heels. So engage your core and then bring that knee through. Well done. Now we're coming to standing, so you can use your blocks to help you get up. Stepping up with your right and then stepping up with your left. Now we need to move that knee pad off your mat so we don't trip or fall. And then come to the front of your mat. Come to the front of your mat. And then we're going to lift your arms like we did when we were in the seated position. 3 muddy waters. Lift, palms face up, look up. And this time, if we can, try to bring the hands together. And then turn the palms away as we bring them back down through muddy waters, all the way down towards the floor. Good, 2 more times. Inhale, reach up, hands come together, and on the exhale, rotate and bring them down. 1 more time. Breathe in, lift them up, up, up. Hands come together, and on the exhale, rotate and bring them down. Good. Now bring the arms all the way up towards the ceiling, but this time you're going to take the left hand, hold on to the right wrist. Left hand goes onto the right wrist. The feet are hip distance apart. I want you to inhale, engage your center, tuck in your tailbone, and on the exhale, this left hand encourages this right arm down towards your left. Plant that right foot in, try not to lift the right heel. Inhale, hold it here, and on the exhale, release. Other side. Right hand takes a hold of the left wrist. Reach up, lengthen, engage your center, and on the exhale, move down to the right. Inhale, hold it here, and on the exhale, release. You're going to open up into cactus arms, open up the heart, breathe in, and on the exhale, you're going to reach up to the ceiling, and then swing those arms or swing them down, half lift. So, we bring our spine nice and long, just halfway down towards the floor, and the legs are straight. Take your hands and place them onto your waist, and we're going to bend our right knee, just hold it here. Left leg is straight, right knee is bent. So we'll feel a stretch along the back of the left leg. Good. So we're just down halfway, the spine looks nice and long, beautiful. Breathe in, And on the exhale, straight to the right knee. Inhale, hold the stretch. And on the exhale, bend the left knee. Right leg is now straight. Good. Inhale, hold it here. And on the exhale, straighten. One more time, each side. Inhale, hold the straight. Exhale, bend the right. Just the right. Now, I want you to try and keep your shoulders in line with your hips. So we're not doing any rotation of the torso. We're only emphasizing the stretch and lengthening the back of the left leg. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Left. Hold the fold. Hold the stretch. Inhale, hold it here. And on the exhale, bend both knees. And I want you to melt all the way down to the floor. Forward fold. Over two bent legs. Allow the head to be heavy. Allow the head to be heavy. And then think into your tailbone, the base of your spine, and engaging your core a lot. You're going to start to push the floor away with your feet. Roll up through your spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. Stacking. Engaging your core, engaging your center. Your head comes last. Into Tadasana. Bring your feet and your legs together. Bend both knees and sweep the arms up into Utkatasana, chair pose. Now, if it's too much with the arms up, the option is always cactus arms or bring your hands to your waist. This with the arms up really intensifies the hold. We want to try and bring the feet together and the legs together, so we start to zip up through the abductor muscles, the inner leg muscles, squeezing them together, emphasize the work in the glutes. One more breath. Inhale here. And on the exhale, bring your hands and squat together in front of your heart. This is called Anjali Mudra. Take the weight over to your left foot and bring your right knee up away from the floor. You're going to step back with that right foot towards the back of your mat. The distance is up to you, far or narrow. And then straighten up the torso. So the back heel is lifted and the front foot is flat onto the mat. Front knee is bent, back leg is straight. Now if it's too much, you can bend that back knee. From here, option is to release the arms to the ceiling, cactus or waist. As always, options. So reaching them up to the ceiling will intensify the work. And this is called crescent pose. Now I really want you to think into that left big toe. That left big toe is working like crazy, as well as the left heel. So those two parts of your body really help stabilize this pose, anchoring it into the floor. Take your hands in front of your chest in Anjali Mudra, prayer, and then you're going to lean forward with your heart, coming into humble crescent. So this is option. You can stay here. If you want to go a little bit deeper, we're going to do a little balance called Warrior 3. You start to bring that right foot up towards you and then lift it away from the floor. High is up to you. A little or a lot. Flexing that top foot. Keep breathing. You can do it. Really think into the core and the left big toe. Step up with the right foot, back to our squat position, and then straighten. So say hello to your glutes. So don't be afraid just to give it a little bit of a massage, just to say thank you for doing that. That was a lot of work. And now over to equal that pain on the other cheek. Okay. So the other cheek doesn't feel lonely. We're going to go back into our squat, bend the knees. Now, if you can, try to keep the legs together and the feet together, because we really want to engage this inner adductor muscles. And then when we squeeze those inner adductor muscles, it engages the quads. Or engages, the glutes. Again, as always, arms, you can alter them. Cactus or waist. Holding it here. Squeeze that belly in. Strengthening postures for our legs. We need to hold. So the muscles get a chance to work and get stronger. One more breath. Inhale. And on the exhale, take your hands to your heart or your waist is up to you. Take the weight over to that right foot and lift the left knee up towards you. Doesn't matter how high. You can even keep your left toes on the floor. Balance is not your friend. Then we're going to step back, and you can step back or slide that left foot back into crescent leg. Back heel is lifted. Toes, all 10 toes are facing in front of your mat. And then you lift the torso, so shoulders are now stacked above your hips. The back foot is rested on the floor. The back foot is rested on the floor. So the left toes are pressed into the mats, just the heel is lifted. Right knee is bent deeply. An option here, waist, cactus, reach for full crescent pose. Palms are facing one another, shoulders are away from the ears, good. Ribs are in, belly is in. And to work that back leg, to try and get it to straighten, you squeeze the thigh muscles and it helps lift the knee. If you have it soft, the thigh's not engaged, thighs engaged. One more breath. Inhale. And on the exhale, hands come together. We're going to bring that heart forward, really loading into that right thigh, really ground into the right big toe. Slide or lift the left foot away from the floor. Toes can stay for balance, or lift, or all the way counterbalance with the torso forward and the back leg up. Squeeze the right glute. Breathe. One more, and then slowly back down to the mat. Step up, squat, and straighten. Give your right glute a nice job, well done. Don't forget to massage. I go like this in Pilates. After I've worked one side. So give it a wee wiggle as well, just to ease it out. And then a little circle in one direction. This helps to release the tension. Good. One more standing flow. Come into the front of your mat. I'll do it this way and then I'll turn to the other side. So, this is a little flow sequence, nice and easy, not complicated, but it just means we're holding for a little longer than we're used to. We're going to step back into warrior two. So the right leg steps back, a good distance back. We said 4 feet, but if you need to take it narrower, that's totally fine. We're going to open up to the right, so the right shoulder, right hip, right heel rotates, and then we shoot the arms out. So the front knee is bent, and the back leg is straight. The back heel is pressed into the mat, and the toes are rotated 45 degrees. We then rotate our nose round to the left, looking at our left middle finger. Shoulders are away from the ears, belly in, tailbone in, squeeze the back leg. Front knee is bent. Good. Shoulders are stacked above our hips. Beautiful. One more. Inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to pivot to a side lunge. So we're going to straighten that left leg. We're going to bring the left toes round to the side. And then the right toes rotate round to the back. We bend into that right knee and we bring our hands together into prayer. So this is called Skandasana. Normally you go all the way down to the floor, but we're going to do a modified version here. So this left leg is straight and this right knee is over the ankle going round to the back. But you want to keep the hips facing the side of the room. We're not taking this left hip back. We're keeping the hips open. So it's a big, wide lunge side stretch. Good. Then from your side Skandasana, we're going to sweep the arms back to our warrior two. So it's a little fiddly diddly with the feet. Pivoting back to the left again. That's it. Then this right arm is going to sweep down, lifting that right heel away from the floor, pivoting on the ball of the right foot, coming into crescent. So we went from here, warrior two, and then we sweep the right. And as you're sweeping the right arm, the right heel lifts back to our crescent. Take a deep breath in here. Hands to your heart. Big or little steps up with the back foot to join the left foot. More gracefully than I demonstrated. So we're going to do the other side and then we'll add to it. We're going to step back with the left foot. Good distance back. And maybe, if balance again is not good for you, you can take the feet wider away from one another rather than wide, narrow steps. Good. Then the left shoulder, left hip, left heel rotates round and down. Opening the arms out. Right arm faces forward, left arm back. Shoulders are stacked. Right knee is bent. Left leg is straight. So just bring that left foot back to your lap there. Breathe. That's it. So, shoulders in line with your hips. So we're not having one shoulder in front. The pelvis is working here like crazy. So we tuck in the tailbone, draw the navel in, ribs are in, and the arms are working. Right knee is bent. Good. Keep opening the right knee to the right. No, don't move your foot. Your foot was lovely. It was the knee that wants to go in the opposite direction. There we go. That's it. Holding it there. Breathe. Now we're going to take that side lunge. Sorry, I should have stayed here. So we're going to pivot on the feet nice and slowly. We're going to straighten the right leg. Take the left toes, or right toes lift, and then the left toes lift to the left. We bend into the left knee, keeping the right leg straight, and the hands come together. Okay? So it's a lunge to the left, a lunge to the left. I'm being blinded by the sun. Holding it there, really squeezing. That left quad should be talking. One more breath, breathe in. And on the exhale, we're going to move the hips, move the legs, straighten the left, pivot on the foot, and move back to our warrior two. Pivoting, opening up the arms. Back to our warrior two. That's it, good, lovely. From our warrior two, we're going to pivot, lift the back heel. Left heel lifts, and the left arm swoops down. So two together at the same time. Swooping the left arm down and up into our crescent. Hands come together in front of our heart. We lean forward, getting that right leg ready to take the weight, to step up with the left. Little or big. Good. Well done. Now we're going to add. It's the same sequence. And then we're just going to add our little lift that we went from crescent into warrior three, and then feet together. Okay? A little bit slower. So, stepping back with our right leg, and maybe you need to take it wider, or take it back to your railway tracks. And then open to the right. So the right shoulder rotates, left, right hip, right heel. Opening warrior two. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, pivot. So you're moving round to your side lunge. Pivoting, right toes, and bend into that right knee. See if you can sink a little bit lower this time. Breathe in, hold it here, and on the exhale, we straighten the right, pivot on the feet, move back to warrior two. Inhale, hold warrior two. Exhale, rotate round to our crescent, lifting the back heel away from the floor, squaring our hips, squaring our shoulders, and then from our crescent, hands to our heart. Little balance or a big balance. Lean forward with our heart, engage our core, taking the back toes away from the floor, sliding them up towards you, lifting a little or lifting a lot. Inhale, squeeze the tush, and on the exhale, take the right foot beside the left foot, squat, and then stand. Well done. Other side. Left foot steps back into crescent legs. Moving into warrior two. So left shoulder, left hip, left heel, release the arms, open wide. Take a deep breath in here, and on the exhale, left squat, pivoting. 1, 2, hands come together. See if you can bend a little bit deeper, bringing the heart forward. Skandasana. Inhale. And on the exhale, straighten that left leg. Pivot on the feet. Back to our warrior two. Bend it into the right knee. Inhale, hold it here. Exhale, straight the left arm. Lift the left heel. Into crescent. Into crescent. Arms to the ceiling. Inhale, hold it here. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, step a little or a lot into your warrior three. Keeping a buoyancy, bend into that right leg. Lift, 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 or just keep it hovering. Breathe in. And on the exhale, take the left foot beside the right. Bend both knees into your squat, and then into your stand. Well done. Well done. Good flow sequence. Now we'll come into our bums again. So we're going to find our way into the mat. And if you want, I want to do your foam blocks. If you want to sit on your foam block for a little stretch, we're going to take the legs out wide today. We're going to do a straddle stretch. So, straddle stretch is where the legs are out wide and the feet are flexed. The feet are flexed. Good. So sitting up tall, you want the spine to be nice and long. We're going to stretch to one side and then the other side. Okay, I'm just going to demonstrate first. What we don't want to happen in this stretch is the shoulders coming forward, okay? We want the shoulders to be stacked on top of one another. So it doesn't matter how deep down you go. If you're here, then stay here. So your right hand is going to slide along the floor. I like to slide it along my leg as long as it doesn't land on my knee. Slide it along my leg to where I feel comfortable, and then put it onto the floor where that place is, okay? Rather than trying to slide on the floor. So slide along the right side of your leg, place your hand on the floor, and then the left arm is going to come up and over. You need to bend that right elbow so that your shoulder's not coming to the ear. So bend the elbow, that's it, good. Keep the feet flexed, good. Stacking those shoulders, good, beautiful. Breathe. And now when you're here, just close your eyes. So you're not worrying about how it looks. Just think about how it feels. Breathe. And with your out breath, can you go a little bit deeper? You have the bottom hand for support. One more. Inhale. And on the exhale, use your top ribs to help assist your body to come all the way back up your left ribs. That's it. Good. Other side. The left hand slides down your left leg. Then place it onto the floor, the outside of your leg. And then the right arm is going to come up and over. The bottom hand is for support. So bend the elbow, shoulders away from your ears. Close your eyes. It's a static pose. And just notice how you feel. And see with every breath if you can work that a little bit deeper. Do this sticky stretch. One more. Inhale. And on the exhale, slowly come up through center. Good. Now, do you have your blocks nearby? Grab your two blocks and just bring them in front. That's it. Just take them a little bit further away from you, and you're going to either rest your hands, bringing your heart forward. So now you're taking that stretch into the abductors. So when we were in our squat, we were engaging and strengthening our adductors by squeezing and working them hard. And now with all that tension, we want to release, so we're stretching these out. So flex your feet, and you can either rest your hands on the blocks, maybe even the high side, or rest your forearms. Okay, so everybody's different, so just move, play around with the blocks, see what feels comfortable for you. And then just hang out here, close your eyes, ensuring that you can feel a stretch in the inner legs, and you don't feel any pain in your back. If you have any pain in your back, come back away, back out of it. Keep the feet flexed so the legs are active. And just breathe, hang out, stretch, lengthen. Because our standing poses is all about strength. So when we are strengthening our muscles, you have to engage. They're active, they're holding tension, you're gripping. So now with these calming poses, we want to release that tension and let that stretch occur in the muscles. And it's important to stretch the muscles so that the blood can move around more freely. Our red blood cells are working hard, taking oxygen around our whole bodies. So it's also good to breathe a little bit slower. And then we're helping ourselves by helping the red blood cells work a little less, harder than they need to. One more breath, breathe in. And on the exhale, slowly work the torsos. Slowly, 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 back upright. And then if you can, take one hand to the floor and take the block from underneath your sit bones. Just place it onto one side. Take your core blocks to one side, and then bring your hands behind your hips. That's it. You're going to lean into your hands, and then slowly you're going to bring the legs together. And then feel a little bit funny. Wiggle, wiggle. And then once you bring them together, give them a V-shape out. That's it. You've just grown 2 more inches. Give it a good shake. Good. Now we're going to scoot our bums forward, so bend the knees, work our bums all the way forward. Take our hands behind our thighs to support us lowering onto our backs. Just one more before, have your two blocks nearby, have your two core blocks nearby, for relaxation, and have your jumpers nearby. We're going to lower all the way onto our backs, and we're going to bring our heels all the way up towards our sit bones. So resting on the back of our head and our shoulders onto the mat. Take your blocks back onto your palms. Now, if at all this is too much, all you do is just place the blocks by your sides. This is a little challenge at the end of the class. Now, if you're practicing this at home, it is not essential that you have the blocks. You can do it without the blocks. So this is our normal bridge pose, which we've practiced many times before. So we're going to come into bridge, lifting our tailbone, drawing the navel in, pressing the feet strongly into the mat. We're holding onto the blocks with our hands, just down by our sides. So this is optional. We stay in bridge, and then we take our blocks, like we did at the start of the class, flexing our hands up towards the ceiling. So the blocks are resting on our palms, wrists are above our shoulders, and then we're going to lower the bum towards the mat, and as we lower the bum, we're going to bend our elbows, just like we did at the start of the class, with our little press up, yoga press up, lower our bums and lower our elbows to the mat, okay? And then when we lift the sit bones, the tailbone, up towards the ceiling, we straighten the arms, so the two are working simultaneously. Inhale, hold, exhale, lower. Elbows in as you lower, tailbone, elbows down, that's it, elbows down. So it's working in tandem together, so as you lift the tailbone, sit bones, bridge, you lift the blocks. And as you lower on the exhale, we lower together the sit bones and the elbows to your sides. And just two more times. So you squeeze, belly in, squeeze the tush, working the hamstrings, lift. And on the exhale, lower. And last time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. So you just bring the blocks up just to the height so that the wrists are above your shoulders, not beyond your shoulders, not back here. Then you will maybe end up with the block on your face if you were bringing it back here. And that wouldn't be pleasant. Okay, so place the blocks to one side, extend your legs, and give them a shake. Give them a shake out. Good, well done. If you want to wrap up, reach the right arm up and over, slide that right knee to the ceiling, then roll over to your right side, push the floor away, and then grab your warm clothes. Otherwise, find your comfortable Shavasana. Would anybody like a bolster underneath your knees? And everybody get right here. Here you go, Maria.
Thank you. Thank you.
So if practicing at home, make sure you have your pillows and your blankets and sleeping bag, and you block the door. No one can disturb you. Finding your way into Shavasana. Put your arms by your sides, palms rotated to the ceiling, so that your heart is lifted and you're open to receive. Taking this moment now to connect to your breath. The ebb and flow the in and out. A chance to escape from the thinking. My breath is my anchor to this present moment. It is my connection to clarity. Bring your awareness to the back of your head and relax the back of your head, the sides of your head, crown of your head, and forehead. Relax your eyebrows, your eyebrow center, eyelids and eyes, nose, nostrils, cheeks, ears, upper lip, lower lip. Unclench your teeth and remove your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Relax your jaw and your chin, throat and neck. Your collarbones, your chest, heart, front, side and back ribs. Your belly, belly button, hips, pelvis, thighs, knees, shins, ankles, the tops of your feet. 2 big toes, 7 toe, 3rd toe, 4th toe, 5th toe. Soles of your feet, heels, Achilles, calves, backs of your knees, hamstrings, your buttocks, lower back, middle back, your shoulder blades, your upper back, shoulders, armpits, upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, heel of your hands, thumbs, forefingers, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, the back of your hands and the palms of your hands. Both arms and legs. Heavy, relaxed, torso and head. Every muscle, ligament, tendon, every cell, every bone, every muscle, and every organ. The whole body wrapped in stillness, held in Mother Earth's arms. Supported. You are not caught up in an alien universe. The universe is caught up in you. The tensing, feeling, thinking emergence that is you brings together this reality of mystery. With hope, fear, and presence. Embrace the world as yourself. Flip the script. Turn it inside out. You do not walk through the world walks through you. Rivers course through your veins. Whispered grasses blow through your hair. The seeing and perceiving, shifting perspective reveals that you are the dreamer, the dream, and the capacity to wake up, to pause the flower, to settle the whirlwinds and drop into the endlessly emanating radiance of all things. take your awareness to your hands and to your feet. And slowly wiggling up our bodies, wiggle our fingers and toes. And then relax. Relax your hands and your feet and bring your awareness into your tummy. Engage your tummy a little as you slide your heels one at a time up towards your sit bones, knees to the ceiling. Taking your time, and when you're ready, bring your knees into your chest, holding onto either the top or underneath your knees. Lengthen your spine and rock your body from side to side. Bring it back to center and reach your right arm up and over your head. With your eyes closed, roll over onto your right side with your right hand on the floor in front of your heart, or left hand, sorry, left hand. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, push the floor away with your left hand, slowly coming up into a seated position with your legs straight or crossed, your spine nice and long and upright, and bring your hands together. Rub to create heat in the palms, and then place the warm hands over your eyes. Open your eyes and squeeze them shut open. Squeeze them shut open. Look up, look down, look to the right, to the left. Rotate clockwise, anti-clockwise. And then close them again as you bring your palms together in front of your heart. And take this opportunity to just set a little positive affirmation for yourself. And then perhaps repeat it again for your loved ones and your friends and family. And repeat it again just for everyone else who sometimes just need that little bit more positivity in their life. Take a deep breath in and lift your heart up. And on the exhale, bow your chin with your heart lifted. Turn the corners of your mouth up to your eyes. Flutter your eyelids open.